lots of great talents in Africa. That is a fact. Can you drop some tips on what elevated your writing? Being specific. There my guy is. Hold tight. The heart face. Uh, there he is.
What up, my G?
My brother, what's up?
Everything good, bro. Everything good.
I thought about dyeing my hair for this conversation so that like I could be, you know what I mean, in the family. How you feeling? You looking good.
Yeah, man, thank you, my G. Taking care of ourselves, still with the colors.
Yeah. Are you in Colombia? Where are you at?
Yeah, I'm in Medellin, Colombia. Uh, and we're here, man. I'm grateful that we have a place to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes we think, the things that used to be normal for us are more special than they used to be, right now.
Yeah. I know how much you travel, and you, you know, I like to think that I live on a plane. A lot of the homies live on planes, but you really live on planes. And this has probably been the longest you've been at home.
It's it's crazy, Mark, because um, it's been like 10 years nonstop,
Mm-hmm.
like really being a global citizen, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And after 10 years is the first time that I'm in Medellin, Colombia for more than a month,
Wow.
and I really do feel like even that I'm in a beautiful house that I'm really grateful that I have, that I worked so hard for it, even though you still feel that you're locked up because we used to be around the world all the time, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
We are like, let's fly there, let's go there, and now even if you want to, you can, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So it's
So,
it's it's
so
it's crazy.
what are you enjoying about being like still and stationary? Because it's such a
Uh,
rarity for you.
it's really rare, but I think it has helped me a lot with being anxious because I'm normally all the time like, oh, tomorrow I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, yeah,
Next day I'm gonna be in this country. Next day I'm gonna be in this continent.
yeah,
Right now it's just like live day by day,
yeah,
and knowing that you're gonna be in the same place.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's been helping me a lot to have like self-control,
yeah,
to be like resilient, to know like that this is what's going on. Either you flow with it or you don't flow with it. If you
right,
flow with it, you're gonna be fine. If you don't, you screw.
yeah,
So, and I'm always being a real grateful person, and
yeah,
it seems that the more grateful I am, it makes me smile. I'm
hmm.
like, there's a lot of things to be grateful for, and it makes me feel happy.
So, I've obviously been a fan of your music for a while, knowing you for a while, but the last 2 years, your career has gone from one level to uh, I don't even know what to classify where you are right now. You know what I mean? And so when you look at like what you've done up until this point and the people that you've collaborated with, is there ever a moment where you're in a studio with somebody or you're on stage with somebody and you you like give yourself that moment to be like, okay, this is what this is it. Like this is the final level, you know?
Oh, I mean, like I think the beautiful thing about dreams is like, y- first that dreams are for free, you know, and second is that there's no limit,
Yeah.
So every time I'm achieve one dream, big dream, uh, I I definitely have to have another one ready to go
Yeah.
because it gets me kind of like sadness because I'm like, okay, after this, what's next? So that's what I'm always constantly dreaming, and dreams don't have to be always about professional dreams, which is where people get it wrong. Like life is just not about work.
Yeah.
There's different dreams like help
Yeah.
some people. There's dreams like have a family. There's dreams to have a kid. There's dreams to, you know,
But you're
there's a,
but Jose, you're saying that when you achieve a dream, you almost get sad
yeah, yeah, I do.
because the quest for it is what gives you, I
That,
guess,
yeah,
the drive and kind of the satisfaction, right?
yes, it's the way while you go in there knowing that you're gonna get there, it's
Yeah.
what keeps your heart, beating up, and when I get there, I'm grateful, but then I'm like, okay, so what's next? I need to
Yeah.
create a new dream
Yeah.
because yes, I get sad. Yeah, I'm grateful, but then I'm like, I need something else to do. Like this quarantine, I I never been working so much that this quarantine.
Really?
Like yeah, I wake up at 5 in the morning. I'm at the gym at 6. I do an hour of cardio, then I do weights for another 45 minutes, and after that I start promoting. I'm start checking because I dropped my new album Colores 3 weeks ago. So I'm
Yeah.
checking, I'm checking numbers, I'm doing interviews. If I'm
Yeah.
not, I'm recording. Like I don't want to be laying in bed because when everything goes back to normal, I don't want to be slow as before. I want to be
Right.
faster than I was.
Right. Right. Yeah, I think a lot of people are having a tough time kind of motivating themselves, right? Through this through this thing. And it do you have any advice for those, whether they're aspiring musicians or had a passion
Yeah,
project?
hundred
what what
percent.
what helps you stay like motivated every single day? Because we all have
Like,
good days and bad days, but like,
oh yeah, 100%.
you know
Like for new artists or like basically to me because I feel that I'm an up and coming artist. I feel that I'm a student. I
yeah.
feel like I'm always learning. So uh, I just like to check different types of artists, genres, uh, and I'm taking my time to start like study a lot of different things that I like architecture, like design, and that helps me to open my mind to apply that to my new music and to my new
Yeah.
style. So I think it's the moment. I think this is the best moment for an artist to start like developing
Yeah.
a new wave. You know?
Yeah. So I want to talk about it. Me and you met a couple years ago. And I remember a couple years ago, you were kind of like in this weird space where you were really pushing for a presence in America. And people like myself who don't speak Spanish
Hmm.
were learning about your music and really enjoying it. But like you were like the biggest thing in the world in certain places, and then you would come to New York and you were like, yeah, I'm like a new artist,
Yeah.
and like we would walk down the street and then like it was kind of like that scene in Coming to America where the guy notices the king and he's the only one in the place that like that would happen every time I was with you. That would like happen in those early days, um, and now it feels like if you walked down the street at any point in time in New York or any city in America, it's probably you're just going to consistently get stopped. Do you miss that time where you were
uh,
still kind of breaking through here?
I mean, like I still feel that I have a lot of things to do. I still think that uh, there's a lot of more moves that we can do to keep crossing over in Spanish, which is the special thing. Like the last move that we did was the Super Bowl. That really,
Massive.
yeah, that was really massive. And the fact that we were there singing in Spanish, you
Yeah.
know, that's really an amazing statement. But I think there's a lot of things to do. Like there's still a lot of people around the world that don't know about me. They might hear maybe a song. They might watch a video, but it'll be, oh yeah, cool video, but then maybe they don't know my name. And that's
Yeah.
why I still enjoying the whole process of do collabs, like of do there's always ways to reach people that not gonna be just music, like fashion or
Yeah.
like the Jordans one that we drop in soon,
Yeah.
like the collabs we do with Guess, like the things we do with Babe, things that can culturally cross over, and it doesn't have to be just music. So there's
Yeah.
a lot of things we have to do, and I still think that I'm an upper coming artist, even though we achieve a lot. I also still think that there's a lot of things to do.
So you said that very humbly, and we don't really do humble here at GQ. So let's go through some of those collabs.
You're crazy, bro.
Nah, come on, like
You know that the flex doesn't make part of my culture. You know what I'm saying?
well, it's part of ours. Okay,
All
so
right.
as we collaborate, let me. So
Yeah.
what Jose was very modestly referencing is that he dropped a collaboration with Bathing Ape.
Hmm.
You have a collaboration with Jordan, your
Yeah,
very
the long
own
ones.
Jordan ones that are coming out. Do you have a date on when they come out?
Yeah, November.
November.
Yeah.
Um, they the inspiration I highly recommend you Google them. They look like no other Jordans. Like you're never gonna miss them if they're on your feet. What was
Hmm.
the thought process behind the kind of rainbow Technicolor
Yeah,
vibe?
like it's a long story behind the Jordan ones because everything started with my upscale. Shout out to my boy.
Yeah,
Um,
shout out to him.
yeah, of course, the GOAT, and and Frank Cooker. You know,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah,
we start like talking about, yo, one day, that's my dream to bring the first Latino to make a Jordan one, and make the
yeah.
statement. And then I had the chance to talk to the whole team, Jordan family, and Reggie, of
Yeah.
course, the
Shout out to
boss.
Reggie, all the legends. Yeah.
Yes, Reggie, and it was a process. Like took us like 2 years,
Yeah.
until I have a beautiful meeting with Michael Jordan in Paris. Like we were just like vibing and talking like from 12 to like 4 in the morning, like
With MJ. And rumor has
yeah.
it Michael Jordan isn't he isn't liberal with his time. So if he
Well, that impressed me, bro, because that's the point. Look,
yeah,
I was kind of stressed. I was like, I don't wanna see my idol, and if he's not what I expect,
yeah,
it's gonna be kind of sad, But I think it's like more like me, because when I got there, I was of course, I was nervous. I'm a fan,
yeah,
and
yeah, 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 of
yeah,
course.
Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan, my G, and his wife is Latina, so she's been showing love for a couple of years. So I think that helps a lot. Or I mean,
Yeah,
I
no.
was I was in the radar, for a couple of years,
Yeah.
and then when I met him, he was just the funniest guy, man, I ever met. That's
Yeah.
my and the coolest, like that's my first and the only impression that I have from Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Like it's so crazy that it was 12, it was midnight, and we stood there until 4 in the morning, just vibing in Paris, drinking some wine and
Yeah.
just learning about the goat. And I explained him, how important was for us to be the first Latino to do a Jordan One collab, and
Yeah.
then do a different type of different Jordans, and the whole different whole collection. And he's like, I love what you do. Let's do it. You got the green light, and it was quick.
Yeah. Yeah. That's love. That's love. Which were you more nervous to collaborate and to be around? Beyonce, J Lo, or Michael Jordan? These are titans, by the way. These are not like just celebrities. These are like people who change
Yeah, culture.
culture
100%.
forever.
Damn. It's a tough question, but it's easy.
These are the tough questions. This is what we do.
Yeah, no, no.
We
That
talk about, you know what I mean?
is
Tough
that
questions.
coffee? Oof.
It's water.
That's why.
Why?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't drink coffee.
You don't drink coffee? What's up, my
Mm-mm.
G?
Never
What?
drank coffee. No, man. I
Just
do like
one,
one. I do like two healthy things,
bro.
and
One
not drinking coffee is one.
a coffee a day keeps the doctor away. You know,
That's
just
not. No one
one.
says that, Jose. That is not my G. That's not the expression, and it's not gonna get you out of this question either.
Okay, okay,
All
okay.
right,
Look,
J Lo, Beyonce, Michael Jordan.
look.
Who's more intimidating?
Oof. Michael Jordan?
The most intimidating?
Yeah, but because the rumors, the myth,
Yeah, 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 yeah. The
I'm
legend,
like, yeah, and
the
I'm like,
legend.
if you don't like me, you know what I'm saying, I'm out.
But don't you?
So
But at least you were like me. Like I feel like sending vocals to Beyonce has to be a little nerve wracking. No.
that no, because the beautiful thing about that, she jumped on my song, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was already proof, I was already certified that she liked the song.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
So that's why it wasn't, like I was really impressed when I met her when I went to Coachella to sing with her because of course I was nervous too, and of course I was nervous because JC was there,
Yeah.
my idol.
Legends.
Yeah, and but when I got there, I just see the most amazing person, the most humble person I ever met in the game, and and shout out to JC too because he's been nothing but nice and amazing with me, and with JC I was scared, bro. I was about to run away. I didn't know what to say. I was like, uh, uh, he was like waiting for me, looking at, staring at me like, what are you gonna say, bro? I'm like, you know what? I'll be back, my G.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll be back.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I was kind of scared at the time, but then I got a lot of love for him. And Jennifer Lopez, J Lo, she impressed me a lot because I was with her. Uh, you know, we were vibing for like 20 days in Miami rehearsing for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So she's the most disciplined girl that I ever met, and she was so nice to me. She makes me feel like family that I forgot that it was J Lo,
Yeah.
and I saw the human being,
That's cool.
which made her even greater.
Yeah.
Because when someone comes being real and being humble, you end up loving them because who they are, and then you start like, oh, but they represent this, so you start loving them way more, and they look even bigger.
Yeah.
It works the different ways. Like the more humble you are, the more real you are, the more great they're gonna see you,
Right.
and the more like cockiness you come, with the bad attitude, they're gonna see you small, man, because this is about vibes and not right now. Check everybody is locked up right now in their houses, even if you're the richest, the most
Right.
famous.
Right.
It end up showing that we all the same. You there in your house, I'm in my house, they in their houses. No one can fly.
And
No one can
anybody can
do
get sick. You know.
anybody. That's
Anybody can
that's
get
that's
sick.
the that's the one of the beautiful things that I have to see about this situation. Being positive is like that. Realize that we are, to humble ourselves.
Yeah.
To be listen, yeah, we can be this. You can be the man at GQ, but you're right there. Close. Like you're
You know.
can do nothing, bro.
You know what I mean?
It's Mark Anthony, but it's
But
right there.
anybody, listen, man. Anybody can get sick. It is. I do think that you're hitting on something really important, which is to take this time to uh, to do that self-reflecting and um, you know this we should be all coming together now. And I know that you preach a lot of that in the way you act and obviously in your music, but it feels like there is something kind of poetic about us all going through something together. You're all the way in Colombia. I'm in New York. My family's in St. Louis. We have friends scattered all over the world. And there are people from in Tokyo, like all these people that are watching this, and we're all dealing with the same problem. I think in my lifetime, that's the first time this has ever really
Or
happened.
First
Yeah.
time at G, and the only thing that concerns me maybe is that when everything goes away, I want people to not forget,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
because
Exactly.
we have to be ready for a next one. And I don't want to be negative, but it's a reality, you know. It happened once, it happened twice, it can happen
Yeah.
as many times, you know. So uh, I think we gotta be more grateful. The only thing that concerns me is that when everything is gone, that we are gonna act the same.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
shouldn't. Like we have to be once again so grateful to walk in the streets drinking coffee or drinking water like you and
Yeah.
be like,
Yeah.
wow, we can walk down the streets. You know, like now what it used to be like, yeah, you can dream to be have the best clothes, you know, we're here in GQ, you know,
Yeah.
but now
Yeah.
you see that we're more focused in some other thing right now. Priorities like change from
Yeah.
one way to another, you know, like
100%.
yeah, you know, you're not in the vibe of shopping and flexing right now. You're more like how how
Yeah.
do I how do I feel comfortable with myself
Yeah.
first.
Yeah. And how do I help others and groceries and
My gift. Forget
yeah.
about the planes, forget about the Ferraris, forget about the watches.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
sweatpants, cozy,
Yeah.
and what's next?
I wanna ask you about something that I think is really I don't think you get enough credit for. And this this is a thought and in my opinion a movement that Bad Bunny, Maluma, you obviously being in the forefront, like you guys as like rock stars, like there's so much machismo and
Hmm.
that traditionally comes with being a male, singer, and obviously a lot of your lyrics and most song lyrics are about love um, and but you guys are like you have rainbow colored hair. You guys are fearless,
Oh yeah.
and I don't think we've seen anything quite like that is so cool yet you guys are basically crossing every boundary, breaking every rule. um is that something that you talk about amongst your peers? Is that like is it almost competitive in a way, or is it just purely
No,
coincidental?
no, it's purely coincidence. You know, like uh, let's start that. You know, we do music in Spanish. You know,
Yeah.
and like like we suffer a lot before because we always, and not even because the American, the US side for our music in general, our music was not well received. Basically, the same story as hip hop.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the same story,
Yeah.
like it's a movement from the hoods, the start, talking about, reality in the hoods, what was going on, something even like trap music, like
Yeah.
what was going on. And then people start liking it and it became pop, basically the same situation as hip hop, and then uh, people start liking what we say, and starting from Latin America, and 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 the OGs were like more like close
Traditional.
minded.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
traditional, like,
Yeah.
they're not gonna pull up with this.
Yeah.
They're not gonna talk about uh LGTB community.
Yeah.
That at that time there was like it was like more like a homophobic movement
Yeah.
back in the days, and 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 uh and and like me, if I was gay, I'll be flexing that I was gay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, because now it's a new era. It's a new
Yeah.
wave. And but I love inclusion. So I think that we have a new chance and a new opportunity to just keep raising the bar, and we got the love and respect from the OGs because they understand, they open minded right now.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, you guys go and do that. Like that shit look good on you guys.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that, but I do love what you guys doing. So go ahead, like Daddy Yankee,
But
show me love, everybody.
Jose, has there been times where, be it somebody you look up to or uh, you know, DJs at radio stations or whatever, where people didn't accept the colored hair and the clothes and just the
Listen,
openness, as you said, like
I
the
was
the
I was the only crazy one. I was the only one. I was basically alone in the hood.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah,
I was the only one like wearing like super oversized, things, and they would just they used to just make fun of me all the time. Even upskill band all the time, like, yo, stop with that oversized, bro. Like every time, and I'm like, yo, I just feel it, and then
yeah,
then I
yeah,
start like wearing skirts, and then it was just me, and then I met Bad Bunny, and I was like, wait a minute, it looks like there's gonna be another crazy ass person in this
yeah.
business because I'm the only one who was getting the hits. We're like, bro, you
Right.
crazy? What's going on with your hair? The way you dress is just, you're looking like a bozo or whatever. I'm like, I feel good,
Yeah,
and they start getting, they start like catching, and then I start watching the whole movement, like, oh, with the oversize, and then with the color hair, and then I was like, okay, so I'm not as crazy as as I
right.
thought, because you're now catching the vibe. So when Bad Bunny came into the game, I was like, thank God, now we can make a movement. Like
Yeah,
at
yeah,
least
yeah,
at least now we two,
yeah,
like like let's do this together, and that's why we're like partnered in this game. Like we got
yeah,
our albums together. He's fearless too. He paint his nails.
yeah,
He
yeah,
wears skirts.
yeah,
He do whatever he wants, and I do too. But always with respect. The fact
yeah,
that I do whatever I want, it doesn't mean that I want to disrespect you.
yeah. I've always thought it was interesting too how like you have so many people who they work so hard to achieve all this money, all this notoriety, and all this power, and then they limit themselves so much. And so it's like if you're working super hard to be free and to have power, which is just like the ultimate freedom, but then you put all these rules on yourself, like you're clearly having a lot more fun than they are.
Oh,
You
100%.
know what I mean? It just I've never really quite understood how the old guard, those that turn their nose up at what artists like you do, how they justify that to themselves at the end of the day.
Like I think that it's like I used to care about what people used to think about me.
Mm.
I'm a human being. And it's still sometimes that I get a tweet that I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like what? Like come on, man. Like that I want like basically to call that person and be like,
Yeah.
yo, this is
Yeah.
like this, bro. Like, no.
Yeah.
But but then I'm like, you know, we all have the rights not to be, agree with the others all the time. And
Yeah.
I think that just as long as it makes me happy, as long as it makes me happy, and I'm not, as I told you, don't I'm not disrespecting no one. I'm cool, man. I feel great,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna still
Yeah.
doing it.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I'm gonna ask you one last question, and then I want to take some questions from below. So if you have a
yeah.
question, put them below. Again, if you're just tuning in, my name is Mark Anthony Green. This is the Drop In, GQ's Instagram live show while we are dealing with this pandemic. We are with uh, the legendary, the super humble, trend-setting, uh, dope human being, my guy, J Balvin,
Thank
Jose.
you, man.
Um, so there was an interesting thing that happened at the Oscars this year, where Parasite. Have you seen Parasite yet?
Fire.
Fire. And so it won Best Picture. It's in subtitles, and there was this conversation around it about how um, basically we as Americans have allowed something not being in English, how we're missing out on all this amazing art. And I remember the first time someone sent me your music, my initial reaction was, well, it's in Spanish. I don't know what he's talking about. And so, like, the American in me, for the first 4 or 5 seconds, was like, like, what am I gonna do with this? Isn't it? And then I was listening to him. I was like, I don't know what he's saying. I hope he's saying something that I can vibe with because the music is so good. And then I went and read the lyrics and was like, oh man, this is it. And so I had to, I had to shake myself out of that. But one thing I haven't done, and what I'd like us to do now, is we were speaking about those OGs earlier, and you have so many people who have, kind of newly gotten into Spanish music, and Latin artists. And if you had to pick, and I know this might be tough, the top five, I'll let you do six, but if you could do five, uh, like albums that we should now go revisit while we have this time in our hands. That are
Hmm.
like, these are the albums that shaped this sound, you know?
Yeah,
What are those five albums? And for everyone that is watching, we're going to post this later so you don't have to take notes. You could just
yeah,
vibe out with the two of us. All right?
100%. Let's do it. So the first one by excellent is Barrio Fino from Daddy Yankee.
Mm,
Barrio Fino. That's like the Bible, like
yeah,
the holy is like the holy. That's the Grail, like
yeah,
that's like the album that opened up a whole, movement to the world from Daddy
yeah,
Yankee.
yeah.
Second, yeah,
And just to follow up on that. So that album was that the first album that was like a reggaeton album that also kind of crossed over?
yes, Daddy Yankee was the first one who crossed over with La Gasolina.
Right, right.
Yeah, so that's why, you know, respect to the, to the godfathers of the movement,
Yeah,
and the beautiful thing is like Daddy Yankee is still relevant and working.
yeah.
Um,
What was it like the first time you met him?
man, it was a dream. I used to follow Daddy Yankee everywhere, man. I used to be just like a groupie, like waiting for him in the hotels. Like, yeah, I was definitely a annoying fan, man.
Yeah,
And until life just changed and I had the chance to work with him, and now like he's my big brother in this. It's
yeah,
just that's my dad. Like
yeah, yeah.
that's the man. So Barrio Fino from Daddy Yankee,
All right, number two.
elcangri.com, which is from Daddy Yankee too.
Oh, okay. All right.
Elcangri.com.
And what was the difference between that album and the first one? I'm not gonna even pretend to pronounce
Yeah, but first one was elcangri.com, and that's because it was straight up street reggaeton, like the essence,
it. Yeah,
the really the roots of reggaeton. So that's how I fell in love with reggaeton. So
yeah,
in order, and then it was Barrio Fino in time. Barrio Fino, it's a masterpiece because it was a commercial masterpiece. How
yeah,
to elaborate a hood music and create it so elevate that it was in every radio station, you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
uh,
How old were you?
including
How old were
including
you when this came out?
um, I was like 20, like 19, 20.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
That was
It's a
like
good
that
time.
was yeah. And so those two albums, then Pal Mundo, from Wisin y Yandel.
Okay.
Pal Mundo from Wisin y Yandel.
And what's the
Uh,
what's the vibe of that album?
man, club bangers.
Yeah,
You know, one hit after another one. You know, Rakata, uh, Pam Pam. I mean, they did. When you guys listen to it, you'll be like, okay, I heard that before. I think
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah,
really possible.
yeah.
Um, then Tego Calderon, Tego El Abayarde.
Okay.
That's the fourth album.
Talk me through that one. What's the difference between that one?
Well, Tego, is basically he started doing uh, amazing Spanish rap, and he basically started like kind of like crossing over. He was like the first one, like uh, black Latino making it, and
Yeah.
on like more like on going up more like kind. He was like crossing over, at his level at that time, and he definitely was special. He's still special. He's OG, and he's still in the game.
When he first came out, or when this album first came out, was there like a you know, like I think about the way we consume music here, and I can tell you certain albums. I'm like, I remember the music video and trying to dress like that artist, or I remember when the first time we saw a two-way pager in Jay-Z music video, and it was like, this is you got to have one of these things. Like,
Hmm.
what were the cultural touch points from that album? You know?
From Tego Calderon, he made the Afro the frog cooler again in the Latin culture.
Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah, we all wanted to have the Afro. So
Did you grow out an afro?
I did.
Did
Yeah,
you have a good afro?
yeah. My bro, my hair is puffy like bro. This is dry like a rock, bro.
This
So
is unintentional, G. I can't wait to get a haircut. I was saying that before you signed on. I miss
that's
my
a good.
barber.
I like your roughness.
Yeah, we're figuring it out.
And
Okay, you got one more.
and and then I think about Don Omar, Last Don.
Hmm.
Yeah, Don Omar. I think we're basically talking about the pioneers and the big guys from el reggaeton. We're talking about Daddy Yankee, we're talking about Wisin y Yandel, we're talking about Tego Calderon, and we're talking about Don Omar. Don Omar, uh, he was like the first one who started like mixing like like ballads, like R&B, reggaeton
Yeah, yeah.
mix. So we're I'm basically introducing you and introduce you guys like the pioneers of the movement and
Yeah.
how they start, making that vibe. Um,
So was he singing? Was he doing like a lot of like harmonizing and stuff?
yeah, he was harmonizing and at the same time he was rapping. So it was like
Yeah.
a really fresh thing. And then it was sixth one, Vida Escante, Nicky Jam.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nicky Jam. Uh, it's one of my closest friends in the game, and he definitely make reggaeton way melodic and cooler
Yeah.
than it used to be.
Yeah.
So those six albums, Vidas Cante, he was rapping, he was doing R&B, he was doing kind of like dancehall. Yeah, he was ahead.
Yeah. I should I'm so excited to go and check these out. And I should have asked you this question.
Bro, and the videos, fire. Like
Yeah.
straight up hood ass videos, man, that you're gonna check the vibe.
All
Beautiful.
right, I'm gonna get to some. We're gonna do three quick questions, and then I'm gonna let you get on to your day. Let's see. A lot of these are new song. When do you have any music videos coming out?
Yes, I have I have five new music videos ready to be dropping during all quarantine.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
Nice, nice.
yes, 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 yes. We have them already, just ready to drop.
So you were prepared. You just had
It it
to.
it it looks like my G. I don't know what happened, but I was like, yeah, let's do this new album Colores and let's shoot the 10 videos,
Yeah,
all of
yeah,
them, and I, man, I'm blessed.
yeah. That's brilliant. Okay, the last time I saw you was in Paris for Fashion Week. I know you are like diehard student of fashion. You can only pick one designer right now. Who do you think right now on this day is like this is the thing? They're making the dopest shit in the world right now.
That's a tough question, bro,
That's a tough
because
one. That's a tough one.
like I got a lot of friends in these questions,
Mhm.
man. Come
That's why I
on.
said right now. To all your friends, I'm twisting his arm. I'm making him do it. He can only pick one, and it's just literally for at this second, like 12:18 Eastern Standard Time on this day.
I have three right now. Because I'm gonna. I mean, there's wait. Look, because on a cultural level,
Yeah,
going beyond just fashion, I think Virgil has really made a great impact
yeah,
overall.
yeah,
You know, but for example, this collab wave of being put in this the streetwear with the high fashion, it was my boy King Jones who started it.
yeah, yeah,
So that's how I drop it right now, just like
yeah,
this.
yeah. Version Kim. Those are very strong picks.
Yeah,
Those extremely strong picks.
I mean, yeah, but you know what's going on with Prada with Raf? I mean, it's fire, man. It's like
It's a
that's what I'm
lot.
telling you. There's
That's
a
a
lot of things
lot.
go. It's a lot of things going on right now.
Yeah,
You know,
it's a really fun time to
and
be.
and shout out to my boy Amiri because he's doing great.
He's doing great. He's also he's selling some clothes. Shout out to his bottom line. Uh, yeah. All right.
So I gave you four people in
You
one
gave me
question.
four people, but you know what? I'm not mad. It's a strong four. Last question, and I'm gonna let you go. What is the first thing you're gonna do the moment this is all over?
Oof, throw a huge party. My birthday is gonna be in 3 weeks.
Happy early
Uh,
birthday.
Thank you, my G. So
How old are
um,
you turning?
I'm gonna be 35.
Okay, it's
So
good.
bro, like every year I do just a crazy party, and it looks like we're gonna have to postpone it a little bit after quarantine, after
Yeah,
everything. But that the first thing I'm gonna do is throw a huge party and being with my friends, man, and my loved ones.
yeah. Well, I love you, bro. I cannot wait to see you soon when this is all said and done. I cannot wait to see those videos.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations on everything. If you have not listened to, uh,
Colores.
yeah, color. I didn't want you know me. I'm like the new album. Again, here's the thing. I beg you, you know, from non-Spanish speakers that are paying attention right now, do not let that discourage you from
to, to,
checking out those albums that he mentioned in Balvin's music because it is so so good. You're playing yourself. I promise you. Um, so I'm sure whenever we get out of this 2020, the rest of the year will be yours. And love you, bro. See you soon. All right.
Love you too, my G. Thank you
All
for the
right.
opportunity. Shout out to the GQ team.
Yeah.
Much
Peace and
love.
love. All right.
Take
All
care,
right,
my
y'all.
G.
Be safe, guys.
Bye.